Hello, Diana.
Hello, Carol.
Well, I just am so impressed by this build that you did all yourself.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very proud of my build. It was a lot of work, but I am in love.
How long did it take you to build it?
From May of 2000 until probably this past weekend when I put the solar in.
Okay.
So it's been a step at a time. I've done it over time for budget reasons and just as I've had time and the funds, and I'm almost there. I'm almost done.
So now this is a ProMaster. Which ProMaster is this?
It's ProMaster 136 wheelbase 2500.
And what year is it?
2014.
And it's a high top, right?
It is a high top. Yes, that was a must. I think I explained I was from the vintage trailer world, and I had a vintage trailer that I could not stand up in, and I learned very quickly that I needed to be able to stand up straight.
So what made you decide to build this out yourself?
Well, again, I had done some work on vintage trailers, and I have always kind of been handy, and I love a good project, and so I just thought, why not try it? And it was a great project, probably my best project.
And you did the electrical, you did everything.
I did, and I have a lot of people to thank as far as YouTube goes, because I did a lot of research. My electrical was based on some Will Prowse videos.
Oh, yeah.
I was very fortunate to come upon a very clearly stated schematic, and it was easy to follow, and I studied it and was able to put it together.
We were talking and you were telling me a little bit about yourself, that you were an event planner, and with COVID that just, went down the tubes real quick.
It did. I lost my job a month or two before I decided to buy the van, and yeah, that kind of helped make that decision. I had been researching. I had found Bob Wells, and I had watched a lot of van videos, but it was more fantasy than reality at that point. But it quickly became, kind of a financial thing. I thought, well, this might be for me, at least for part-time.
You were telling me that you own a property, but once you lost your job, it was almost impossible to maintain your multifamily house.
Exactly. I had bought the house at the height of the market in 2005, and so I paid a lot for the house, had a big mortgage. I lived in it for the last 5 years, in a small, I had scaled down from a four-room house to a 3-room house, a 1-bedroom. And I liked the size. It was 450 square feet.
So you were sharing that basically after you lost your job, you rented out your multifamily house and moved in with your daughter to help her with her project.
That's correct. She had bought the house, and it was a fixer-upper, and being the handy person that I am, yes, I helped her out.
And then at the same time you built this out, and so now you were saying you're part-time, but you've been in here for periods of up to 7 weeks at a time.
That's correct. The longest stint I've done inside the van was 7 weeks.
But you are hoping to do full-time at some point.
That is my retirement plan, yes.
And you're working now online jobs.
I do. I'm a bookkeeper, so I do have a remote job.
So why don't we look at the tour, because I am just overwhelmed by how beautiful this is. Not just the build, but the decor.
Thank you.
You have these shelves. Now, did you build these, or did these come?
No, I actually built them. These were both just shelves.
Okay.
And then I decided that maybe I'd like something closed in for like pantry items.
Oh, okay.
So I put doors on here, and I added this shelf so that I have one open and two closed.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's a really beautiful idea.
Yeah, it actually worked out really well.
And then you have all these little knickknacks, the little drawings here and the little...
Some are gifts from friends and just kind of sentimental pieces and just things I like. I like to be surrounded by things that are pretty and that I like.
And just the color, the fall colors. Now, are you going to change it for the seasons, or are you going to keep kind of the fall harvest look?
I'll probably keep... I for some reason am enamored with this color, but
It's beautiful.
yes. And then my daughter did a painting for me, so now I'm kind of, I don't want to change it.
Now, I see the tile on here. This is actual tile.
Yes, this is tile, and actually the backsplash is also real tile.
So you did the tile yourself, the tile work yourself?
Yes.
Oh, wow. And then I'm looking at this piece here. This
piece,
bottom piece.
This piece from here over was in my kitchen in my little apartment, and it had 4 drawers. So I cut it up and moved it around and made a door and switched the drawers, and I actually have my fridge under here now. So
Okay, and what kind of fridge is that?
I got the Joy Tudis,
Okay.
and it's been pretty good.
And then on your bed, you were telling me you made the bed, but the other part?
I built the bed, and this piece here is a piece that I just built around.
Okay.
This was bought at a restore, Habitat for Humanity, and I kind of fixed it up a little bit, painted it, put some locks on it, and then built around it so it also holds up the bed.
Now, were you an artist? Because it's just so artistic.
Oh, well, thank you, but no, I just like what I like, and I'm kind of a little, I don't know, a little tiny bit of OCD maybe.
And then the pine, this is pine on the ceiling?
This is pine, and this is like 90-year-old pine. It came from a friend's, he had not a wood shop, but a sawmill. And he had this in a shed, and I asked if he would be interested in selling it. And for $70 I got antique pine boards, tongue and groove.
Now, what I see your electrical. What does your electrical consist of?
I have 2 100 amp hour Renogy batteries, and I have a Renogy MPPT solar controller, which is also connected to my alternator.
Now, so you have do you have shore power?
I just have an electrical connection. It's not considered shore power. I can plug in at campgrounds, but it just plugs into a simple, what do they call these? Power strips.
Okay, so it's kind of like an extension cord?
That's really all it is.
Oh,
but
okay.
It works out really well. I can use my little convection burner if I want to.
Okay.
If I'm in a campground, but that's really not my intent, so I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on getting that set up, and that was probably $30.
Now, what about using the bathroom and keeping clean?
Well, I just used the bucket method.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So, and that works out okay for you?
It's perfectly fine. If I'm in a place where I can have access to a bathroom, of course I'm going to use it. But
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then how about showering and keeping clean? What do you do?
Well, we do the baby wipe thing, and we do the soap and water in the sink. And
Oh, okay. Oh, so you have a little sink over here. And,
I do.
And that's from where?
That is from Lowe's.
Okay.
That was the least expensive one I could find. It came with the faucet and everything, so.
And how do you supply the water to it?
That is with a little whale pump, a little marine pump.
Oh, okay.
And it conserves water. It saves water. I've only
mhm.
got 7 gallons of fresh and a 7-gallon gray tank.
I really like the way that you set up your water. Let's go ahead and look at the way you have your water underneath. They're very simple, not a lot to go wrong. We're starting to lose light, Globies, so if it gets a little dark, you'll know why. But can you tell me about your water system here?
Sure. I just have 2 tanks, a gray water and a fresh water. It's fed by the foot pump, and they're each
Okay.
about 6.5 gallons.
Very simple system, but very effective.
Absolutely.
And you have a door here. I really like, and then you have your screen there, but you have the door here that just opens up sideways. I like that.
Well, that's obviously so I can pull them out easily, and
Very-
they're heavy. So
Very cool. And then one last thing I see here. oh my goodness, these curtains are beautiful.
Thank you.
Just everything is just so lovely. Just a perfect little cottage.
Thank you. It is. I love it.
And then you have the swivel on the passenger seat, which extends your living space.
It does. And that was one of the first things I did. I wanted to see what that looked like, and it's great.
Well, Diane, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful cottage with us. And probably a lot of ladies will be encouraged, and gentlemen, by this build.
Oh, I hope so.
And we're going to hope to see you down the road. We're losing light here,
Yes.
but as I can show my globies, we're at Lollapalooza here. And oh, there is some of the, oh my goodness, it's just beautiful here. And this is her 136 wheelbase, beautiful DIY camper build. And we will catch up with you down the road and see if you've made any changes.
Great. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Diana. Bye-bye.
Bye.